Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm showing you every single mob transformation in Minecraft. So in this video I'll be showing you 16 different mobs transforming into other mobs in various different ways. So if you like Minecraft videos like this one, then please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft videos just like this one in the future. And so since we have 16 transformations to go through, let's get straight into the first few mob transformations. These are to do with zombies and skeletons. Starting with the transformation of a zombie villager to a regular villager. If a zombie villager is affected by a splash potion of weakness and is then given a golden apple, it will start to transform into a regular villager of the same type that the zombie villager is. And this can take between 3 to 5 minutes, but can be sped up by placing down iron bars and beds around the zombie villager, up to 14 blocks. And those beds and iron bars need to be within a 9x9x9 cube of the zombie villager for it to detect it. So now this should take no time at all. And there we go, the zombie villager turns into a regular villager. That took about 3 minutes and 40 seconds. And then transformation number 2 would be the transformation back from a villager into a zombie villager. This happens a lot faster because it happens when a villager is killed by a zombie. Then the villager turns into a zombie villager. On hard mode this is a 100% chance. On normal mode it's a 50% chance, and actually easy mode this does not even happen. So it is dependent on your difficulty. And villagers can also get converted into zombie villagers when they are killed by drowned. Speaking of drowned, if a zombie drowns underwater, and so the transformation can start after the zombie's head has been underwater for 30 seconds, and then the transformation itself will take 15 more seconds. So after the first initial 30 seconds, the zombie starts to shake, just like this, and then after 15 seconds of the zombie shaking, the zombie turns into a drowned. And there we go. The transformation can also not be stopped if the zombie leaves the water after those first initial 30 seconds. For the next transformation we'll stay underwater and we'll also stay in the zombie theme, because if a husk is underwater for 30 seconds, it will turn into a regular zombie. So just like a zombie turns into a drowned, the exact same process happens for a husk turning into a zombie. Of course, the husk is the version of the zombie that spawns in the desert. So it first has to transform into a zombie and it can afterwards then also transfer into a drowned if it stays underwater for too long. So once again, after 30 seconds, the husk begins to shake. And then 50 seconds later, the husk will turn into a regular zombie. And there we go. Then we also have a skeleton. It can be converted into a stray if it's inside of powder snow for 7 seconds. So after those first initial 7 seconds, the skeleton starts to shake, just like the zombie underwater. And after 15 seconds, the skeleton will be converted into a stray. And so this can only happen to regular skeletons, not to bogged or wither skeletons. And the converted stray will keep all the items that the skeleton had. But alright, we'll move on to our second category, which is to do with the Nether. Because there's 3 mobs, if they come from Nether into the overworld, they will transform into a different mob. Starting with the piglin. If the piglin is brought into the overworld through, for example, a nether portal, the piglin will transform into a zombified piglin after 15 seconds, and the piglin will continuously shake while it's here in the overworld. And then after it is converted into a zombified piglin, just like this, it will have the nausea effect for 10 seconds, which is just to give off those purple particles. Similarly, if a piglin brood is brought into the overworld, it will also turn into a zombified piglin after 15 seconds of shaking. This zombified piglin will not be any different than a zombified piglin from a regular piglin. But there we go, there is the transformation. The only difference is that this zombified piglin will now have the golden axe that the piglin brood had before. And then the final mob in this category is the hoglin. If the hoglin is brought over into the overworld after 15 seconds of shaking, it will also transform into a different mob, which is of course the zoglin. Again, also the zoglin gets the nausea effect, and it's a version of the hoglin that attacks pretty much any mob. And so not only does this transformation occur when these mobs are brought into the overworld, it also occurs when they are brought into the end dimension, just as long as they are brought out of the nether dimension. Then we'll move on to category number 3, which is lightning, and I think there's a very nice bridge between this category and the previous one, and that is the normal Minecraft pig. If a regular pig is struck by lightning, it will turn into a zombified piglin. So let's summon in a lightning bolt, and indeed we see the pig transform into a zombified piglin. Next we have the classic example of the creeper. If a creeper is struck by lightning, it will turn into a charged creeper, where the charged creeper is just like the regular creeper, where it can blow up if the player gets too close. However, the blast radius of a charged creeper is larger than that of a regular creeper. The next transformation is again to a villager. If a villager is struck by lightning, it will turn into a witch. As you can see, since it's on fire, it will also drink a potion of fire resistance and then a potion of healing to get out of this tricky situation. And then the final mob that's transformed by getting struck by lightning is the mushroom. If a mushroom is struck by lightning, it will turn into a brown mushroom. So a red mushroom will turn into a brown mushroom. And also the other way around, a brown mushroom will turn into a red mushroom. So that's 2 transformations in 1. Then we'll move on to our final category, which is just a miscellaneous category with 3 more mob transformations. Starting with the mushroom, which we had here already. A mushroom can actually be transformed into a cow. And this is actually done by shearing away the mushrooms from the mushroom, just like this. And the mushroom transforms into a regular Minecraft cow. Then next we have the tadpole mob. The tadpole mob will transform into a frog after 20 minutes. And the frog they grow up into depends on the biome the tadpole is in once it's ready to grow up. So normally this takes about 1 Minecraft day. But feeding it slime balls will speed up this process. And there we go, the tadpole turns into a frog. But alright, it's time for the very final mob transformation. And it's a transformation of a blue dyed sheep into a red dyed sheep. And this is done through the evoker. The evoker will cast the Wololo spell, and this will transform blue sheep into red sheep, as we just saw right there. And we'll see it happen here again. And there we go once more. And so there we go, those were all the mob transformations in Minecraft. If I missed any, please let me know about it in the comments down below. But anyway, there we go. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please subscribe!